What's going on, everybody, and thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Florida Prison Talk. I'm your host, Easy Win. It's been a long time since I dropped a video. I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate all of the new subscribers because I haven't dropped videos in like maybe 2 months or so, and I still been getting a lot of new subscribers. I really appreciate y'all sticking with me, and I really appreciate the ones that have been here for the long haul. On Florida Prison Talk, we interview people that have been through the Department of Corrections in New York State and Florida. Every once in a while, I do an interview from another state, but I mostly focus on New York and Florida, mostly New York, but Florida is what built this page. New York is mostly because my brother, which a lot of people already know, my brother is doing a state bid in New York. He's got sentenced to 18 to life. He's on his 20th year. And for this video right here, it's not gonna be too long. I'm gonna speak on my big brother, Rara. I know I speak on him all the time about the different things he has been into since he has been in the New York State Department of Corrections. I speak on the violence and all of the different things he has been through, all the things he has seen, the battles with different gangs. He's not in the gang, he's Muslim, but he's had a problem with people in organizations, not because of their organization, just like isolated incidents. And he's been to maybe like 17 different facilities. He's been to every max, damn near every max in New York. He just got lucky and started going to mediums. He's been to every max in New York except Sing Sing. I would have known that because Sing Sing is close. It's Westchester. We from Westchester. But I'm going to speak on a little about my brother for this episode because, as you all know from the previous episodes, he was at this jail. He got into it with this organization. Things happened. He went to the box. Came back from the box. The next day, something else happened from the first incident. So a lot of you people know about that. But after all of that happened, he ended up getting transferred to a jail called Otisville. I didn't say that in the previous videos because he was at Otisville at the time. So I didn't. But he was at Otisville, which I know everybody's like, Otisville is sweet, man. How you leave Otisville? What happened? Well, let me tell you something, man. I don't know when it's all said and done. When people say jails are sweet, I guess it's all according to who you talk to. I guess it's all according to what enemies you have on that compound. Because you probably could be on a minimum security facility, and it might be sweet for him, but it won't be sweet for him because of the stuff he has done in different facilities. Now he got what they call in New York State is a bandit on the yard. So he gets to Otisville, and it's a bandit on the yard. And the guy that's at Otisville is a guy that he has been in a knife fight with at previous facilities. But being that, the prison politics and these are seasoned prisoners, they didn't mention each other's names, which avoided them from having a keep away. So they ended up at the same facility. They both was in Otisville. They both was lifers. And my brother, as a matter of fact, my brother said that they both was in the same anti-violence class. Anger management class. They both was in the same class. So I'm like, so what happened, bro? He like, man, it just don't stop. He's like, this man keeps on, he keep on pushing the envelope. Like he wants more action. I'm like, that's so crazy, man, because both of y'all lifers, both of y'all just missed the parole board. They both just got denied from the parole board. So I asked my brother, I said, man, is there a way you could sit down and talk to this guy? Because my brother is trying to defuse the situation. He said the man tried him in the gym. The man tried him other parts of the compound and everything. He's been trying to avoid it, but he said he could only avoid it for so long. And it be hurting my heart, man, when I hear this kind of stuff from him because he's trying to go the straight and narrow. But let me tell you the last story. So I told y'all about if y'all didn't see it, go watch the other videos. I told you about the incidents he got into at different facilities, got into it with the Bloods. His homeboy left him on the hill at Clinton. I told you about he got stabbed in Auburn in 2005. And I told you about all the other stabbings in the buck 50s that he has given out. And when I tell these stories, it's not to glamorize, but when I'm speaking about my brother and I sound like I'm kind of excited, it's because I am excited because a lot of these times he has been the underdog. He's been outnumbered or whatnot. But he was up at Otisville and he kept telling me, writing me letters in the JPay every day, man, I'm trying, bro. Then he would be modest. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Everything good? He said, yeah, everything good, but it wasn't good. So anyway, he decided to go to commissary, this last incident, He's at another facility now. He's been in like the last 2 years, like 5 facilities. And he's about to come home, hopefully. This last incident, not gonna get into the organization, whatever. It was these 3 guys said that, yo, when you come out of commissary, it's lit. When you come out of commissary, it's lit. They told my brother that. You know, prison, he's not gonna go tell the guard. He's not gonna PC up. He's not checking in. He's not doing none of that. All his honor is still intact. Without going into too much details, when he came out of commissary, he got the best of them. And I'm not by any means saying my brother's He-Man. He got the best of them. But sometimes when he's telling these stories, he's excited too. He's like, yo, Zeke, I did him dirty. He's excited too because they was trying to do him dirty. My brother's mostly on defense. He's mostly on defense. Mostly, if 9 times out of 10, he's on defense. And that's a fact from all the stories I heard. He got into a beef with a dude that was from the town where we from, or close to the town where we from. That dude had a beef. My brother arrives at Clinton, and the beef the dude got, my brother gets involved with the beef. The beef ended up being my brother's beef because the dude left him on the hill in Clinton when the beef went down, and he went and checked in. And that little incident right there caused my brother 7 years of violence off that incident. 7 years of violence off that incident. And a lot of the other violence that he has gotten into, has come from his crime he committed. You know, the person, the race of the person he did it to, that race has been coming after him for a long time in the Department of Corrections. You get what I'm saying? He had just got accepted into John Jay University at Otisville. All the prisons don't have that program. He was just starting to do a lot of programs at that place, you know? Because before my brother went to prison, he had his associate's degree from the Bronx Community College. You know, my brother was a real smart person, man. He already had his associate's degree from the Bronx Community College. So when he started John Jay, he had a lot of credits. He was afraid he wasn't going to get in because he thought he might have had too many credits. Things was on the up and up. But boom. Same Spanish guy that he had a knife fight with, arrived there. He said, no, he can't talk to the guy. He said, there's no sitting down talking to him. He said, because if he doesn't do what the organization tells him to do, my brother said, then he becomes a plate. So imagine having that kind of pressure on you, man. You in an organization, they want you to go hit this guy up for what odd reason. You might not want to hit him up. You trying to go home too. You just miss your parole board. The parole board be wanting two years without no tickets. And they don't want to hear you explaining yourself, talking about, well, let me tell you what happened, man. See, the bro had hit me, and I went back at him. It don't work like that. They want to hear, they're going to ask you yes or no questions. What happened on July 31st? Well, see, did this happen on July 31st? Yes or no? Yeah, it happened, but they don't want to hear all that. So he said that if the dude don't do nothing to him, he becomes a plate. So they came out of commissary, and they tried to get at him. He went around the other way or whatever, and he got the best of them, and he got transferred again. You get what I'm saying? So I was worried about his medium status. I said, you just got the medium status. Are you still medium status? And he said that he was still medium status. So that was the positive part about it, man. He's at another facility now. I'm hoping everything works out at that facility. I'm just hoping that he doesn't get into anything that can get him sent back up to max. But if you just became a subscriber on this page, go back and check out all the rest of the videos that I spoke on New York State Department of Corrections and Florida Department of Corrections. This video right here is just my reintroduction back to YouTube. I just wanted to start off with that video of my brother with what happened at Otisville. And before that, what had happened at Woodburn. And then before that, something happened at Green. I know I told us to the subscribers that been here, but for the new subscribers, my brother said that Green was probably one of the worst facilities he'd been to. And that's counting Max's also. Green is a medium. But he said the difference between Green and Woodburn and all the maximum security jails he'd been to is that maximum security prison is a lot of controlled movement. A lot of controlled movement, like the guards just taking you to chow. Stuff like that, man, from what he told me. I don't know. I haven't been there. But when it comes to the medium security, he said the medium security prisons like New York City. He said this dude was walking everywhere. It's people everywhere. Sometimes you can't even see shit coming towards you, you know? But he said when he was at Green, At one point they had 176 slashings in 1 month. 176 slashings in 1 month. And then he said that they have a picture of all the dudes' faces on the wall that have been slashed. And like shit is wide open. Some picture you can see their teeth, their jawline, all of that stuff, man. He tells me all of this stuff in the most unglamorizing way ever. He's so tired of doing time. I mean, I know everybody's tired of doing time. Everybody wants to come home. I just feel like his hunger to come home is way more than other people's hunger to come home. You know, you would think that a person been there 20 years, they'll be comfortable with it. He has never gotten comfortable with prison. Even when I used to go visit my brother, he used to want to just break the visiting room door down and come with me. He has never got comfortable with prison. He has never got a place he got to, he was like, well, this is what it is. I'm here now. He has never, he's learned to follow the rules and keep the guards and stuff off you. No, yes, sir, no, sir. Learn how to keep them people off of you, because when it's all said and done, he said you can't win against them. Let me tell y'all a story for the ones that just been subscribing that might not have seen the other videos. He said he was at Attica. He said Attica probably was the worst prison he was at as far as guard on inmate violence. I think out of all the prisons he's been to, I think he'd probably say Auburn is probably the worst, or Clinton. He said when he got to Clinton, it was like a bunch of hyenas just watching him. He said you could feel the tension, you can cut it with a butter knife. But he said he was at Attica, and there was a white dude talking to him. He said they were getting ready to walk towards a place they call Times Square. I guess that's where all the blocks meet at, whatever, I guess. So he said he was walking with the white dude, and the white dude just kept talking to him. Kept talking to him. He said he kept telling the white dude, shut up, man, shut up, stop talking. Stop talking, man, chill. He kept talking. My brother was ignoring him. He said as soon as they got to the officer, he said, because the officers in Attica, they don't care. They drop the N-bomb, they call the white people the C-bomb. It doesn't matter. He said the officer say, you N-bomb, you go, you get away. You wasn't talking. You C-word, you stay right here. He said the officer took that baton and hit that white dude in the ear. No lie. He said the white dude's ear hit the ground. Boop! Dropped, hit the ground and fell. This is no lie. He said the guards are brutal. He said when he first got to the guards, say, you can kill each other all you want to. Matter of fact, I suggest you get a knife, but do not touch my guards. Do not touch my guards. So he's pretty much learned how to manipulate his way around the guard. Because I remember the guards beat him up so bad in Southport that he had to deny a visit from my mother. How did that sound? A lifer? Well, 18 of lifer denying a visit because the guards beat him up so bad. Let me tell you another story. He talked about Attica. He's either Attica or Clinton or Auburn. One of those max securities. He got to the new jail. When he got to the cell had no mattress. He didn't have none of his stuff in the cell. All he had was boxes. He didn't have no shirt, nothing. Just in there with boxes and like flip-flops or whatever. For 3 days straight. Metal rack. No blankets and nothing. He said what happened was the guards did that on purpose. They wanted him to snap. They wanted a reason to do something to my brother. And by this time, he had been in the system for well over a decade. They wanted to do something to my brother. So what happened was my brother didn't say nothing for 3 days. So the guards is doing their checks and they walking by acting like nothing going on. He's not saying to him, hey man, what's up? What the F is going on with my stuff, man? He's not doing it. They want you to provoke them. Well, anyway, the guard come the next day. He gets all his belongings and he told the rest of the guards, I don't care what you do, but you leave this N-bomb alone. Talking to my brother. He didn't complain not one time during those 3 or 4 days. And we tried to get him to complain. Whatever you do, you leave this N-bomb alone. My brother say they left him alone. And he said, well, also it'll keep them guards out of his cell because he has my boot camp picture. Everybody knows the Marine Corps boot camp picture when they have the white hat on, they sitting like this with the white hat, the dress blues on. Well, when you're in boot camp, it's only half a jacket. It's cut off right here. With the dress blues on, he used to keep that picture in his room. He said sometimes the guards will come in there, and when they see that picture, they'll just walk right out, you know? But that's just a quick story, my reintroduction back to YouTube, man. Y'all make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man, and let me know how y'all feel in the comments if y'all got a loved one that's locked up in the New York, Florida, or any Department of Corrections. And put in the comments if you want to do an interview. I've interviewed a lot of people on this page from New York State Department of Corrections. A lot of Dominicans, a lot of Trinitario, a lot of Three Booze, Bloods, Crips, all of that I interviewed on this page, man. So y'all get in the comments. Y'all got a good story, a good interview, man. I appreciate y'all tuning back in, and I appreciate all my new subscribers. Easy win, Florida Prison Talk. We out of here.